afternoon, everyone. Today we have Dr. Lee Soo Ann. He's a very strong career in teaching in NUS, and he also was the founder of NUS Economics Alumni. Very illustrious career so far. So, Dr. Lee, please share about yourself on your career till now and introduce yourself to the alumni, please.
Thank you, Valerie. Yeah, I've been teaching in NUS now over 40 years, and I like teaching. That's why I'm still carrying on. And I've written some books and articles and all that. Yeah. So in the last 20 years that I was here, I started the Economics Alumni. So that was my greatest achievement so far after that in my career. Yeah. But other than that, there's nothing much I can say about myself. I keep busy in other things.
Okay, you wrote a few books, right? How many books have you wrote so far? Yeah.
Oh, I think about 5 books. So, and these are usually based on the lectures that I give to the students. So after I teach a course, I write up the notes into a book form. And that way it can be published, and then the students can buy the book and follow up on what I taught here.
What mostly and what kind of area, but economics in which area you wrote your books on?
Yeah, I used to write books on economic planning or industrialization in Singapore. And then most recently, I wrote on the economic history of Singapore. Because that had not been taught for many years. Yeah. So I thought I could teach my students about the history of Singapore from the economic perspective. And that has been quite good. Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah, I think the students can still look up for you. You're still teaching in NUS, right? And then know about this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very important to know. And now with the economic always changing and all that. So what's your take with the economic of Singapore going forward and all that? Yeah, from an economic point of view, with this pandemic.
Yeah, well, the Singapore economy is going through a very difficult transition. I think when it emerges, it'll be stronger, but I think it'll be smaller. It won't be so successful or prosperous as before. But we still have to plot on, because we have 4 million Singapore citizens, and we must keep the economy going for their sake.
Yeah, that's good.
I hope that we can find new ways to do old things, and in that way sustain the economy and provide for our children and grandchildren.
Yeah, well said. You've been you yourself also have been teaching economics so long, many years. You said like 40 years. What keep you going and continue teaching?
Yeah, I like students, so I think that's the main concern. So I'm people oriented, and that's why I started Economics Alumni, in order for the students to maintain their ties with each other and also with the teachers. And this was done about 20 years ago. So I think I'm very happy that it has borne fruit, and that we are now the chairman and keeping it going under very difficult circumstances here.
Yeah, thank you. So as founder of NUS Economics Alumni, as you say, and also there's an economics bursary, you have it in your name. Please share how you have this strong give back nature in you.
Yeah, I think we ought to be grateful to NUS for giving us an education, because although we pay fees, the fees only cover 1/4 of the cost of an NUS education. So the other 3/4 come from the state, from the community. So I think we ought to return to the community what we benefited from it. So the bursary was started 10 years ago in order to enable graduates to repay what they owe to the community. So I'm glad that it has helped many people. Yep. Every year, we have about 6 to 10 students to get bursaries in their studies here.
Yep, all right. I think more than 30 students have benefited since the bursary and all that has started by NUS Economics Alumni. Yeah. So finally,
this is an endowed bursary, so that there's a capital sum there. So the income stream is quite regular, and so it will be kept in perpetuity. But of course, we welcome more donations in order to increase the endowed sum, which is invested by the university to provide a return. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we always encourage alumni and everyone to give back, and the more you give, the more you can keep the community going. So finally, what's your advice for economics graduate, going to graduate or even in mid-career for their career and life path?
Well, my advice is that don't just stay in economics, but go into other areas, because economics also is a very important subject.
Yep.
But in today's world, there are other things that are appearing more important: the digital world, the business world, the charitable world. So economics graduates have a good foundation, but unless you want to be a scholar like me, there's no need to continue on in economics, but go into other areas. So be prepared to learn again, to relearn all that you have learned, unlearn what you learned, and then relearn new things. So I think if you had a good education, you should have the capacity to learn new things. It's not what you have learned before, it's what you're going to learn in future that is going to be important. So I hope that our economic graduates will have that kind of foundation to go ahead in the years to come.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Very well said. And you are very inspiration. You still continue teaching at this time of your career and all that. Keep going and learning and learning and all that. Thank you very much, Dr. Lee.
Okay, thank you, Valerie. All the best to you and all the best to Economics Alumni. God bless you. Bye-bye.